Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I'm Emmanuel Fashimi. It's the International Women's Day. And you know, when it comes to the women, they are the mothers of the world. They have this tendency of taking care of their children. So every woman out there, I think today is your day. Be proud of yourself, because it's not easy to be a woman, to take care of your children. So congratulations to all the women celebrating the International Women's Day out there. And also we will be looking at the women when it comes to sports in Nigeria, and they've done, what they've done in sports, and the challenges, how they have fared so far when it comes to sport in Nigeria and in the world at large. And you know, the women has been doing us proud in Nigeria here when it comes to sports. All through 2023, the women were #1 when it comes to sports, from athletics to football to some of the individual sports we have in the world. Nigeria women actually did so well in all ramifications. I will be looking at that on the show this lovely morning. It's the Women's Day, International Women's Day, and we will celebrate them, because indeed they are worthy of a celebration. We'll be looking at that when our guest will be joining us via Zoom in the city of Abuja. She's an international volleyball referee, a retired personnel, and she'll be telling us more concerning the topic women in sports in Nigeria. But before she joins us, let's quickly look at some of the fantastic story we have on the program. Let's go straight to Ghana and look at this particular one, where Nigeria will be facing Egypt. Nigeria will be facing Egypt in the table tennis team final right there in the city of Accra. That is for the African Games. When Jefferson is ready, she will be joining us to talk about Nigerian women in sports. But let's look at quickly that story you are seeing on the screen right now. Nigeria will be playing Egypt in the finals of the team table tennis sport. You will know that table tennis started the 2023 African Games in Ghana, and it is the final for the team sports, where Aruna Kadri, the likes of Aruna Kadri, Taiwo Mati, of younger them, the lady that won us the first medal of the games, that is a bronze medal, when she won her own quarterfinal game, and she came third to win the bronze medal, giving us the first medal at the 2023 African Games. Also will be there Taiwo Mati, Aruna Kadri. Like I said, they will be playing the team table tennis final. In the men's event, Aruna guided Nigerian team to beat Tunisia in a hard-fought match, which ended 3-1. And for the women, they swept aside South Africa by 3-0 to advance to the final. So both the male and the female counterpart will be meeting the Egyptian in the team's final. That's a very big one, a cracker, where Aruna Kadri has already lost the singles final to Omar South Egypt, and both of them will still be playing each other at the team's event final. So it's a big one for Aruna Kadri. At least he's looking to avenge that loss in the singles. And right now it's a pair, 2 against 2. And let's see how Nigeria will handle and how Nigeria will fare in that particular final against the Egyptians. So Nigeria, #1 and #2 on the continent of Africa when it comes to table tennis, will be meeting each other in that final. So it's quite an interesting one. It's a very big one for Nigeria, and we all know that the games will start fully today. And Team Nigeria, 385 athletes from Nigeria in 25 sports. Big one, massive one. And we know that we have to expect medals in all of these sports that Nigeria will be showcasing, will be participating in the 13th edition of the African Games in Ghana. I don't know if Sheba Jefferson is ready for us to quickly, so that we'll talk about the International Women's Day and look at Nigerian women in sport. If she's ready, let's bring her on to speed. Okay, if she's not ready, let's also still stay with the African Games in Accra, Ghana, where it's a good start for the badminton team of Nigeria. It's a good start for the badminton team of Nigeria. Good one for the likes of Okpeyori, that is African #1, the man you are seeing on your screen right now. The likes of Ukechukwu, who defeated Jokara Sebogo of Burkina Faso by 2-0 in that game. And for Victor Ikechukwu, he also overcame Amel Yassa of Egypt in the men's round of 32. And you know the African #1, Anulu Okpeyori, also did his best against his opponent by beating Carlos Campono of Benin Republic by 2-0, the scoreline. And Joseph Emi also beat Ebenezer Korampongo of Ghana by 2-0. So the badminton team of Nigeria, I think they started so well in the tournament, and it's a good one for us that we are starting well in the tournament already. Of Young Lady has given us a medal in table tennis, and we look forward to more medals as the game will start fully today. Like I said, the opening ceremony is big for today, and a lot of this, and congratulations to Team Nigeria in badminton by starting the event on a high note. Dorcas Adeshokon opened the floodgate for Nigeria in badminton, and after her victory, I think every other player follow suit by getting wins over their opponents at the 13th edition of the African Games. It's a big one. It's our own Olympics event on the continent of Africa, and some of these events are also tagged as Olympic qualification. So side by side, if you are participating in this event, what it means is that you have the opportunity to qualify for the Olympics. And you know, when the athletics will start, we have the likes of as a Brume will be there, the African woman sprint star, that is our own Toby Amuson, will also be there, who left the indoor sports game in US just to honor this particular event. That's the All African Games, Commonwealth champion, world champion, African champion. So for Toby Amuson, she also joined the party in Accra, Ghana. So a whole lot will be going for Nigerian athletes. Like I said, 385 athletes representing Nigeria in 25 sports that we will be participating in Accra, Ghana. All right, let's stay dwelling on African Games. It's a sad one for us, where the Flying Eagles started their own campaign on a losing note. They are in Group B alongside Senegal, Uganda in the men's football event of the African Games. They lost their first game, their group opener, to Uganda by 2-1 after they came back from a goal down to level things. And towards the ending of that game, I think Uganda took the lead, and that was how it ended in favor of the Uganda team in that group. So we'll see how, like the coach said, they will bounce back from that defeat and get things on that way. And as it stands right now, for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, they just need to get back on track in their second group game that will be coming up on Monday. So against their group opponent in that competition, that is the football event. Their second game will be on Monday, and if they don't get a win, well, it's going to be a massive blow for Nigeria. We have in that group Senegal also. So we just need to get the maximum win in our second group game on Monday if we are to make a progress. Let's not forget that this team came second. They were runners up in 2019 in Morocco, that is Rabat, when Morocco hosted the African Games in 2019. And for Landan Boso, Coach Landan Boso of the Flying Eagles, he has said we can do better and get the gold this time around. But we started on a losing note to the Hippos of Uganda in our first game. All right. A whole lot is happening at the African Games 2023. It was supposed to happen last year, but because of some logistics reason, that game was postponed to 2024, just the way we saw with AFCON. Now the African Games is ongoing smoothly, and for other games, they will be starting in earnest today, tomorrow, until on the 24th of March, when the games will be wrapped up. All right, let's leave the African Games and come home. There's one fixtures in March day 24 of the Nigerian Premier League at the Samuel Ogbomidia Stadium. We'll have Bendel Insurance to host Gombe United, who play 1-1 draw with Shooting Stars of Ibadan in March day 23. And for Bendel Insurance, they'll be looking to bounce back from their March day 23 defeat against Gombe United when they will be playing at home. So it's a very big game. A whole lot is ongoing in the Nigerian Premier Football League. It is the second round of the Nigerian Premier Football League, where actions so far so good. We've seen 15 away wins in the Nigerian Premier Football League after March day 23. So we're going to have the 16th one today when Gombe United visit Bendel Insurance at the Samuel Ogbomidia Stadium. It's not left for Monday Odige and co to say no, Gombe, you cannot come here and get the maximum 3 points. Rather, we share the spoils. So I think the Nigerian Premier Football League has been living up to its billing for the year 2023 and a whole for the year 2023-2024 season, and a whole lot is happening for the Nigerian Premier League. We've seen some fantastic results, some fantastic away win. We've seen good teams. We've seen good football display in the league. We've seen some good goalkeeping, some good goalkeeping heroics in all of the fixtures that we have witnessed so far in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and a whole lot is ongoing in the league. So we have Sheba Jefferson, a volleyball referee, international volleyball referee, joining us this morning on the program to look at Nigerian women in sport. Sheba Jefferson, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Nice to be with you.
Okay, good morning, madam. Let's quickly look at these. Congratulations and happy International Women's Day to you and all of the women out there worldwide, in Nigeria, on the continent of Africa, and everywhere in the world. It's a good thing that we celebrate the women. And you know, when it comes to the women folks, you guys are always special in our hearts as men. Okay, let's quickly look at these. We're also looking at the performances and of women when it comes to sports. Most especially, we bring it down to Nigeria. First of all, you are a volleyball referee, international volleyball referee. So far, so good. How has it been with you as an ex-player and also a referee?
Nice having me in this station, and thank you. And I wish my counterpart happy Women's Day too. Thank you. Most of us women we are having. Me and you know that the men sometimes usually dominate us when it comes to laurels. And when you look at the performance of sports in Nigeria, women have come out diligently in terms of medal reception and everything. If you look at what happened recently, the national team of the football, that is the Eagles, they went to Nations Cup and they are giving medals and some houses. And when you look at when it comes to the women's side, it is lopsided. The women are not encouraged. And I need the government concerned, please, they should encourage women, because any championship, either in volleyball or in any other sport, the women are trying their best to make the country high and to be bringing their medals at all costs. If you look at this present All African Games that is happening, it is a woman that starts winning a gold. So we are still anticipating the government to see what he can do for us.
Okay. Let's look at it this way. What has been the challenges so far as a woman? Let's look at the African way of life. When you are a woman and you are into sports, most especially football and some other sports, there's this stigmatization, let me use that word. People look at you as if you are not serious at all. How can we surmount these challenges? You yourself, you are an ex-volleyball player. Tell us some of those challenges you faced while you were playing volleyball before even becoming a referee in the sport.
Honestly, women used to have some challenges of those type of fraternization. You know how men behave. But if you strive harder, like in volleyball, I become the first female international referee in Nigeria. It's not that other women are not there, but because once they are challenged, they go down. But honestly speaking, I know the challenges comes through the men, and most of the times, if you are asked to officiate, maybe from the beginning they will say, "Oh no, she's a woman." But when you put your focus, if you are very focused in everything that you are doing, honestly, you will excel. Now that I become first female international referee, I I encourage the second person. Now we are two in Nigeria. Instead of we don't have in other countries, they don't even have female international referees.
Okay, like you said, the challenges that you are facing as women in sport. Now, how can we change this whole scenario? What advice will you give? Because some parents actually, when it comes to sports, they don't want to support the female child. Rather, they want to give all supports to the male child. I can recall a lot of incidents where a female was supposed to become a footballer or maybe an athlete, a track person or whatever, and she gets this discouragement from the parents or probably from the entire family. So how can we really overcome this? What would be your advice to parents to actually allow their girl child to participate in sports?
You know, there is a lot of misconception when we are little children that any child, any female child that is participating in sport, she's wayward. And you know, culture and religion play a vital role in this thing. But I needed, even in the religious way, now it has been subside, not as before. But I need the parent to understand that a female can be a breadwinner in the house, and a male can be a breadwinner. There is nothing that the male can do and the female child cannot do. If you look at it, all the participation of the female, they come out and do it with the whole of their heart. So cultural and religion play a vital role there. So we needed religious leaders to encourage the parents. A sportswoman, she is not a wayward. Rather, she's a responsible woman that wants to keep her day-to-day life and feed the parents. Most of the sports women these days, if you look at them, they are the breadwinner of the family. They bring food on the table because a woman that has a soft heart always feed her family. So religiously, culturally, they need to be educated about that.
Okay, there is a body that's National Women's NAWIS, Women in Sport. What is this body actually doing to at least give the girl child in the society, most especially when it comes to sports, a voice?
Yes, happen. I am a member of NAWIS, and I'm one of the assistant national PRO in NAWIS. We usually educate a girl child, organize competition, seminars, we visit them and do a lot of program. Even next month in Lagos, we have a program for Nawis, and we are having our seminar in Ondo State this year for Nawis too. We'll go to a grassroots and educate the girl child. In Abuja here, we organize athletics for secondary school for only the girls to encourage them and see us, and we tell them that they can make it. Other men are doing it. The girls are going to make it too by the grace of God.
Other girls are going to make it too. Now, talking about that body, the national women in sports, what has been so far so good? You guys have actually put in a whole lot of work. Do you think with work you are doing, at what stage is it really working? Are we seeing more participation of girls, women in sports?
Yes, definitely we are trying our best. Like the camping, most of us will go to the, just like this All African Games camp, we visit their camp. Even yesterday, I was with our national team volleyball, the female. I officiated their match and I encourage them. We are their role. By seeing us, they are happy, and by the grace of God, they are going to make it in All African Games.
Okay, they are going to make it in All African Games. Now, this question is personally for you. When you were playing a volleyball, can you tell us one of your greatest challenge as a volleyball player? Like you've already told us the side of the referee, but as a volleyball player, yourself, in your playing days, what was your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge? Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you. Go ahead. Okay.
I can not hearing you.
Okay. I said as a volleyball player yourself, when you were playing your playing days, what was your greatest challenge as a female player during your playing days as a volleyball person when you were very active as a player?
Not hearing you very well is fainting.
Okay, you just have to work on your audio. If you can hear me, then we'll have you back. You can hear from Sheba Jefferson, the international volleyball referee, and herself also was an ex-player of volleyball. She represented Nigeria in a lot of competition before she called it a quit as a player. But right now, she's an international referee. You heard it from her. Just two of them on the continent of Africa, and we're proud that we have two Nigerians at that level. All right, we're looking at the match day 24 in the Nigerian Premier Football League today between Bendel Insurance and Gombe United at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. That game will be by 4 p.m. Nigerian time. All right, let's leave the shores of the country and go straight to Europe. And quickly look at some games last night in the Europa League. They were in the round of 16. That is Europa League round of 16 games for Liverpool. They put up a 5-star performance. Darwin Núñez cannot stop scoring. And for Bayer Leverkusen, the only team in Europe this season that have not lost any game, continues to pull their weight. They played 2-2 at Qarabağ in an away game. Roma trashed Brighton 4-0. Sparta Prague lost to Liverpool 5-1. Benfica and Rangers of Scotland played a 2-2 draw. Marseille trashed Villarreal 4-0. AC Milan scored 4 against Slava Prague. 4-2 that game ended. And then SC Freiburg picked West Ham United. That game actually, there was some poor officiating in that game, and it hampered West Ham United chances. It was 1-0 against West Ham United. All right, let's leave Europe and come down to the continent of Africa. It's a good news for us. Former Super Eagles assistant coach Imama, right now as we speak, he has coached a lot of clubs in the country, Rangers, a lot of MPFL clubs before leaving the shores of the country. He was one time an assistant coach of the Super Eagles. That is Imama Kabo, who is now a coach of the Rwandan club side, while the ST, who appoints him as their coach. Imama Kabo, who was, the assistant, former Super Eagles assistant coach, will now be in charge of this team, who are the relegation bottom of the Rwandan league. So they want him to come and perform magic and take the team out of the relegation zone. But let's see how Imama, a coach who has a wealth of experience, like I said, he has formerly Rangers International of Enugu coached a lot of clubs in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and also assistant coach in the Super Eagles before leaving the shores of the country. And right now, he's in Rwanda to see how he can bring his wealth of experience to this Rwanda club, who are languishing at the bottom of the table of the Rwanda Premier League. Let's see if definitely he can turn their fortunes around and take a twirl the Est out of the relegation zone. All right, I don't know if Sheba Jefferson is still there. Okay, she's gone because of the audio. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the program. 360 Sports, thanks to Jefferson for joining us and telling us a lot right there when it comes to women in sports. You've heard it all. And once more, that is happy International Women's Day to all of the women out there. Today is your day. Go out there, have fun, celebrate, and enjoy yourself, because you deserve to be celebrated as a woman. And that is the much we can take on the program 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.